Hello, I'm Marky Dragon, also known as Marcus Eikenberry in real life, and welcome to my backyard again. So I have another question here. This came in from YouTube, and it's from Red Eye, and he wants to know about safe power leveling options. Okay. Let me read this to you. He says, the power leveling I'm referring is a paid service of a foreign character progression in games. And since you're an expert on YouTube for this kind of help, and that none of your videos address this, I wanted opinions for questions on the subject from you personally. For example, are there any valid sources of this kind of service? Namely, a source you would recommend and vouch for. I have tried personally looking into the credibility of various sites, but there's just too much possibility of planted reviews for me to trust anything. Huh. You know, well, let me just read the rest of this. Factoring out the potential scammers is the act of getting power leveled safe. I know for a fact that games detect power leveling and ban accounts on the pretense of two special premise: different logins from vastly different IPs and accelerated pace of gameplay. Please let me know if you... Okay, so it's really interesting here. The first question that comes to my mind is really not something you're asking, but why the hell are you power leveling? Why aren't you enjoying playing the game? And then, if you're not enjoying playing the game to get up to the higher levels, then what has the game developer done wrong that makes you want to go out and seek a boost to get there? Myself, I would never power level, because I enjoy the character development, the progression. That character is an extension of me, and I don't like send myself off, for a couple of weeks or a month to someplace else and then come back to my body and become me again, except now I have superhuman strength or whatever. So is power leveling safe? I think that the answer is no, and I think that that's pretty much across the board, because there used to be some American companies that did power leveling, and there are still American companies that do power leveling, but it's not that I know of, it's not Americans actually performing the work anymore. And so what's happened is a lot of the stuff has been outsourced. And when it gets outsourced, it goes out of that person's control that's operating the service. So if I were to outsource my employees to another country, to another company, and say, okay, I want you guys to do, customer service like we normally do and everything. Well, you know what? They're going to do a good job for the most part, but they're not going to have my time and attention like it should be. Because how do I, focus on making sure that this group of people does really good? And, they have influx of people coming in and out of their company and stuff, and so people learning the stuff all the time. There's other people that know the stuff, and then there's the fact of, okay, so obviously they have your login and password to your account, and they get it power leveled up, and somebody leaves the company there, and they're like, well, I happen to have all these logins and passwords of all these accounts that I was power leveling, and power leveling's not probably quite done yet, but they've earned a lot of, currency in the game or whatever, doing this. I'll just log in and take some of it. I've seen that happen many times. I've seen stuff happen where they are even months later able to have enough information on your account and everything that they're able to take control of it and compromise your account and hack it. And so the same goes for purchased accounts that are already leveled up, that maybe with somebody else's, or maybe a power leveler did it up, and it it looks like a good deal. Well, the fact is that the way the game companies are set up, that most of the games you cannot transfer ownership. Now, EVE Online has a really great system where they allow you not to transfer an account, but a character. And so that character can be sent to another account. They have an official system to do it. They do a charge. There is a charge to do it, and I think it comes out to about $15, $17, something like that. And so they charge to do that, but then they also guarantee that you're going to get, the character. And so for that reason, that one's a good deal. Now that leads me to wonder, we've got this new game that we're launching, and you're going to be hearing a lot about it on our channel, and I wonder about character transfer and people being able to buy accounts or whatnot. I guess maybe we'll cross that bridge whenever we get to it, but my hope is that the game that we make, that you won't have to even think of doing any of that it wouldn't even enter your mind that you were going to need to, hire a service or use anything to accelerate. And besides that, in our game, the leveling is constant, or the skill gain is constant. And so as long as your character is training, they are progressing. And you'll be able to put up a training queue and, walk away for a few days and come back and just manage that. And so it's not like World of Warcraft, where you have to go out there and you have to farm all the creatures and everything. So maybe we won't have that kind of issue, and at least I hope. We shall see. So anyway, I hope that answers your question. I do not recommend it. The furthest out that I would go on that is that maybe if you have a friend that's getting rid of their account, you can pick up their account, but know them in real life and everything. Because a friend most likely won't stab you in the back, whereas someone anonymous, what's to keep them from stabbing you in the back? And don't violate the terms of service. If it's a violation of the terms of service, be careful about that, because it could get you banned. You could give your friend $100 and then find that, you don't have an account anymore. Don't want that to happen to you. I'm Marky Dragon. Take care.
Marky Dragon, man. I'm your biggest fan, man. Keep it up, man. Keep it up.